Last night, President Trump sold his vision of the economy to a crowd in Pennsylvania. The campaign style of incomes as most Americans remain concerned about the high cost of living. Joining us now to talk more about this is Alice Barr, live in Washington. Alice, less than a year out from the midterms, if you can believe it, so I guess really no surprise at the president taking this message to a swing state. What did he say and how was it received?
Hi there, Dan. Yeah, it's the swingiest of swing states, really, Pennsylvania, and he was in a particularly politically, swing area within Pennsylvania, and he sort of debuted a new slogan, making America affordable again. He's certainly keying in on the fact that that is something that voters are most centrally focused on right now. Poll after poll is showing voters dissatisfied with the progress that's being made, thinking that the Trump administration is falling short on driving down the cost of living. But the president tried out this new sort of rallying call last night, lower prices, bigger paychecks, and it was plastered all over all the signage, placards that people were waving in the crowd. So he's really trying to key in on that message. And at the same time, he is saying that this is something that his administration is already accomplishing. He certainly frequently blames the Biden administration, blames Democrats for having driven up prices, and is pointing to the successes where they are. For instance, gas prices have been going down. They're on average nationwide below $3 now, which is notable. Grocery prices, though, are still creeping up. They're 1% higher than they were at the start of the year. Certainly received, his message overall received very well inside that rally hall. But outside of it, NBC News spoke with some voters, Pennsylvania voters who, have mixed feelings, who are pointing mostly to the price of groceries and just the unavoidable increase in costs that they're seeing. Yeah, and with Americans at the grocery store, most of them every week, you could understand why they might be feeling that, especially at this point. And we're heading into the holiday season. We're seeing these poll numbers from voters. You guys talked to them as well, saying that they're not really feeling those prices going down. Yet the president giving himself high marks on the economy. When did he drop that grade? Yeah, so that came out in a new Politico interview that came out yesterday, and he said, when asked what grade he would give himself on the economy, he said A+++++, 5 pluses. But again, the voters that NBC News spoke to, they weren't going to go that far. Even those who are Trump supporters really mainly said, it's hard to make an argument that things are that good when, again, these were folks who were going in and out of a grocery store when they're paying the prices that they are. But notable that people also that NBC spoke to said, yeah, but my 401k is looking up. And that was, even from Democrats, people who were not supporters of his. So there was mixed response from both sides. Also notable that there was one voter who said he would not vote for President Trump again. He was a supporter specifically because of the affordability issue. Yeah, the Wall Street Journal had an article yesterday just about how many new millionaires are being minted thanks to their 401ks and the rising stock market. Right. Do you think we can expect any more of these events as we get geared up for the midterms? Yes, 100%. And in fact, the chief of staff for President Trump went out in her own interview and said that she had told the president, or was breaking the news to him, that she wanted him to campaign again like it was 2024, like he was back on the ballot, and that they believe that he needs to essentially put himself on the ballot in order to boost all of these congressional candidates coming up in next year's midterm elections, because control of Congress is on the line. The president referenced that himself last night, that he was going to be getting back out there. He said he enjoys it. He has fun. Democrats, for their part, are hedging that if President Trump is more centrally featured, that may drive up their voters back to the polls as well. So stay tuned for more of President Trump on the trail. Okay, we have plenty of time ahead to talk about it. Alice, thanks. Always great to see you.